The time is 6:15. Here is the news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe, read by Victor Raj. Here are the headlines of the local news. The President appoints a committee to look into the domestic gas accidents. Minister Ramesh Patirana says India has not been given monopoly over distribution of oil in the country. Minister Vimal Veeravansa emphasizes Sri Lanka's industries will be made green. Many state institutions face difficulties due to a circular of former Minister Ravi Karunanayake. Foreign news: Barbados becomes a republic and parts ways with the Queen. Sports news: England under-19 wins the first youth one-day international against Sri Lanka. Local news in detail. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has appointed a committee to look into the domestic gas accidents reported from various areas of the country and to find solutions to the issues. Professor Santha Valpala of the Moratuwa University is the chairman of the committee. The committee should hand over their report to the President within 2 weeks after studying various views expressed by all stakeholders. Solutions should be found for fires and explosions related to gas cylinders at homes and shops. Minister Dr. Ramesh Patirana says that India has not been given monopoly over distribution of oil in the country. His own government is taking maximum measures to resolve the foreign exchange issue. He pointed out price increase of goods in the foreign markets has led to price increase of consumer goods in the country. Minister Patirana mentioned this during a cabinet press briefing today. Minister Dala Salah Peruma said Moratuwa University, Petroleum Corporation, government analyst and the ministry will present the report on gas explosions to the country in due course. Minister Vimal Veeravansa says leadership will be given to make Sri Lanka's industries green. He said industries will prompted under green concept. He said green concept will be given priority of all activities of the Ministry of Industries. The UN Industrial Development Organization and the ministry have signed the joint proposal to develop local industries. The UN organization has granted $18 million to implement 2 projects in this regard. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Continuing with more local news, it is reported that many state institutions are facing difficulties due to a circular issued by Good Government's Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake. The circular has instructed to get the vehicles on monthly rent. Accordingly, vehicles have been rented out for a monthly fee of about 150,000 rupees for each. The contracts are to end during 2021 and 2022. Vehicle agencies have informed a monthly rent of 300,000 rupees or more should be paid when renewing the contract. They have requested to return the vehicles if the monthly rental cannot be paid. This has caused serious difficulties to those state organizations. Deputy Head of Mission Europe Union, Thorsten Brackfred, and representatives of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime handed over 4 portable backscatter X-ray machines to Commander of the Navy, Vice Admiral Nishanta Ulugatan, at the Navy headquarters today. These handheld instruments enable users to quickly and effectively find concealed narcotics and other contraband. Member of Parliament Diana Gamage was elected as the President of Sri Lanka South Africa Parliamentary Friendship Association for the 9th Parliament yesterday. The meeting was held under the patronage of Honourable Speaker Mahinda Abhiwardena, High Commissioner of South Africa and Sri Lanka. His Excellency Shandil Edwin Shaug attended the meeting as the guest of honour. Samagi Janabalawege has made a complaint to the Consumer Against Affairs Authority about the incidents related to domestic gas cylinders. It has requested to conduct a test on composition and quality of gas. The party has also requested to remove substandard cylinders from the market. Meanwhile, Minister Nalaka Kudehava said if even one gas cylinder exploded, it is the responsibility of gas companies to find solutions and to resolve the issue soon. University of Moratu announced the experts' report related to LP gas leakage will be handed over to State Minister of Consumer Protection within this week. Professor Shanta Valpal of the university said the report is being compiled by a 4-member panel. Consumer Affairs Authority recently obtained gas samples from 6 districts for testing, following reports of explosions related to leakages from domestic LP gas cylinders. That ends local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Parliament Communication Department said an emergency meeting of the Ministerial Consultative Committee on Trade will be held tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Parliament premises. This committee meeting will focus on the current situation regarding the use of gas cylinders. That ends main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission. The 14th session of the new National Environment Council of the Ministry of Environment was held at the auditorium of the Environment Authority yesterday. The meeting was chaired by Environment Minister Mahinda Amravira and was attended by all 25 members of the Environment Council, including the newly elected Adivasi leader Uruwargi Vanilato. Minister Amravira instructed the Environment Council to submit ideas and proposals to reduce air pollution in densely populated urban areas. That ends Watchlight.
Be aware before you follow any vocational course. When you select a training institute, check and verify its registration and course accreditation by Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission (TVEC) without wasting your valuable time and money. Visit and meet skills development officers or career guidance practitioners. Visit www.tvec.gov.lk for more information. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
World News, the headlines first. Barbados becomes a republic and parts ways with the Queen. A report says 1 in 3 workers in Australian Parliament is sexually harassed. Michael Jackson imitator clashes with judge in court. World News in detail. Barbados has officially removed Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state and become the world's newest republic. In an overnight ceremony in the capital, Bridgetown, Dame Sandra Mason was sworn in as president. The Prince of Wales and Barbadian singer Rihanna attended the event, which coincided with the country's 55th anniversary of independence. In a speech, Prince Charles acknowledged the appalling atrocity of slavery the Caribbean islands suffered. A third of employees in Australia's federal parliament have been sexually harassed, a landmark report has found. The report was commissioned after a former staffer, Brittany Higgins, said she had been raped by a colleague in her minister's office. A story earlier this year triggered a wave of wide-ranging allegations of misconduct in Canberra. The victims were disproportionately women, said Sex Discrimination Commissioner Kate Jenkins. A Michael Jackson impersonator who is accused of participating in the U.S. Capitol riot has clashed with the judge after rejecting the court's authority. James Beakers was accused of gobbledygook by the judge after claiming he had divine authority. Also an actor, Mr. Beeks, was arrested after FBI agents went to several of his performances of the musical Jesus Christ Superstar. He is among nearly 700 people charged over this January 6th riot. To wrap up the world news, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Barbados becomes a republic and parts ways with the Queen. A report says 1 in 3 workers in Australian Parliament is sexually harassed. Michael Jackson imitator clashes with judge in court. That ends world news.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
The Cabinet has approved to build a cardiology complex with the necessary facilities for the hospital and to award this contract to Central Engineering Consultancy Bureau on design, building and handover basis. Ratnapura Teaching Hospital serves nearly 2 million people in the Sabaragamulla province. The hospital already provides cardiac care services. However, various problems have arisen due to the inadequate facilities. That ends Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Cricket news. Today is the second day of the second test between Sri Lanka and West Indies in goal. Batting first, Sri Lanka scored 204 in their first innings. In reply, West Indies was 69 for 1 wicket when rain delayed the match. Later, the play was called off today. West Indies trailed by 135 runs. England under-19 won the first youth one-day international against Sri Lanka at SSC in Colombo today. Sri Lanka had a target of 243 to win the match, but Sri Lanka was all out for 217 in 47.3 overs. Sri Lanka lost 4 wickets for 1 run. Football news. Barcelona captain Alexia Putellas won the Women's Ballon d'Or award at the Best Female Football in 2021. Putellas, 27, scored a Barca beat Chelsea 4-0 to score their first Champions League crown. She ended the 2020-2021 season as the highest scoring midfielder in Europe with 26 goals in all competitions and was also named UEFA's Women's Player of the Year and Midfielder of the Year. That ends Sports News.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U-Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Mars Intimates, the largest division of Mars Holdings, received 3 top accolades at the Sri Lankan Presidential Export Awards, including the Export of the Year for 2020 and 2021. Mars Intimates was also honoured as Sri Lanka's overall best exporter in product diversification. The company's focus on ethical and sustainable manufacturing was recognized as the overall contributor to sustainable development in the exports marketing at it a hat-trick of the awards for the company. That ends Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
The subdued growth in private sector credit in September has continued through October, despite the lifting of the virus-related lockdowns, largely as a result of the lingering effects of the liquidity shortage in domestic money markets. Uncertainty over the direction of the interest rates and the persistent anxieties over the future trajectory of the economy ahead of the budget and evolving pandemic. The licensed commercial banks gave record high credit of 134.1 billion rupees in August, which fell to 29.1 billion rupees in September as effects of the monetary policy tightening ever transmitting through the economy. That ends Economic News.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in Sabaragamuwa, Central, Western, Northwestern and Ubud provinces and in Gol and Mathura districts during the evening or night. Fairly heavy showers above 75 mm can be expected at some places in Sabaragamuwa and Central provinces and in Gol and Mathura districts. That ends Weather Report.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To wrap up the news on Radio Sri Lanka, a recap of headlines. The President appoints a committee to look into domestic gas accidents. Minister Ramesh Pathirana says India has not been given monopoly over distribution of oil in the country. Minister Bimal Veeravansa emphasizes Sri Lanka's industries will be made green. Many state institutions face difficulties due to a circular of former Minister Ravi Karunanayake. Foreign news, Barbados becomes a republic and parts ways with the Queen. Sports news, England under-19 wins the first youth one-day international against Sri Lanka. That ends the evening news broadcast on Radio Sri Lanka.